when I play it, every note resonates to me.
Is it in the keys? The fingertips that reach out to touch them? The string that begs to be bent? Or is it in the notes on a page? A foot to a pedal? The infinite space between imagination and skill? Or is it simply music?
It was so neat just to see all these very talented and knowledgeable people talk about the spirituality of music and the meaning of it, and what it means to for them to hear it and to play. Hearing these kind of commonalities, from different people, it just lets you know how universal and how meaningful music is to everybody. That everybody, you can go anywhere in the world and have a conversation about music, and you're going to hear a lot of the same things, just because two people that don't meet are going to have similar experiences of music. So it's really neat to see this examination of it. And there was a lot of neat, the way they talked about each of them, things that they've experienced in performing, was neat and encouraging as well. I'm a musician myself, and I know sometimes somebody might be hard on me for the way I play, and sometimes I internalize that too much. Where I love when Rusty said, "I know how I play. I know how I sound." Basically, there's an ownership there that I really appreciated, and that was my particular takeaway from this. But there are so many nice points that anybody could take away from this and learn.
It was basically a 22-minute meditation on music, creating music, the power of music, the mystery of music, the magic of music. It was very good. There's interspersed. It was like interviews with the main people were Rusty Cooley, who was kind of a metal guitarist, and Yan Shen, who was a classical pianist. And it was just talking to them about music and where it came from, what they think about it, and then talk to some other people on the periphery of that. And it wasn't too pretentious. It was, and then you see them play together. That was pretty cool. It was put together nicely. It was not pretentious. It was not overdone. It was not glossy. And the narrative that was written for it, I thought, was simple and nice and powerful.
So true that as artists, we're always looking to make our work better. One of my favorite scenes, and it happened a couple of times, was when Rusty and the piano were doing this kind of instrumental duet together, and it was just beautiful. The music was gorgeous. I loved the camera angles in a lot of the interviews where it wasn't head on. They actually did it where it was a little bit off to the side. So you're seeing someone's face that was in 3/4, not full profile. I thought that was a really interesting angle, and it kind of kept it fresh too. The voiceover, whoever did the voiceover did an amazing job. And I loved what they were saying in it. I think that all of the points that they were making, it held a lot of truth in the voiceover. So that was great.
The range of musicians that you have in it are that's really cool to have a classic pianist paired up with, a heavy metal punk rocker. But they're so different in genre, but the reason that they, create this art and make music is essentially the same. It was, as someone who used to be more musically inclined, it's really beautiful to watch and to see the passion that goes behind making this art, and this true ideal of what is the artist, what pushes the artist, why do they make their art. I think it was very well done, very easy to follow, and it was really enjoyable to watch because it was emotionally influenced so much rather than logic or facts. It was really heartfelt.
I have a lot of admiration and respect for musicians and people that play at this level, at that mastery level, are just out of this world, in my opinion. And I just love how it really doesn't matter what genre we're talking about, whether it's classical piano or progressive metal shredding rock like Rusty Cooley. There's a through line between it all, right? And it's understanding the theory and all that, and it's all presented really well here. We get to see some really great performances. We hear some real tidbits of wisdom, and you learn a lot about these people. And I thought it was all pieced together really well. Great format.
These very passionate people are just so inspiring, and the love and dedication they give to their instruments and their music, it's just mind blowing. They also use beautiful quotes, and the title is quite clever as well. So this was a beautiful, beautiful film.
The beauty of how well it's filmed and edited, and interviews, the soundtrack, everything. I think it's almost like a love letter to music, and found it just a really wonderful documentary to watch.